Hello and welcome to Wonder. This is Supreme Commander Forged Alliance, a recent game on FAF, and here it's a 4v4. You see Wonder, one of the best multiplayer maps. Definitely encourage people to play this a little more often. If you don't play Settings, this is a very good second choice. It's much smaller, of course. A lot of rocks scattered around and a lot of great terrain to fight over in the middle. So I was able to rebuild my setup at least partially. The resolution hopefully will be fine, but I'll be doing these covertly, probably not as much. So let's see, we get Albitard in the middle playing as Aeon. I believe this game has the no mercy rule, so we should expect ACUs to be a little more aggressive than a usual game involving Aeon. But quite a few Aeon players here out in the middle. Some players I have not seen, but hopefully we see interesting things. Looks like going after the Hydro. On the other side, of course, Carlitos, a very good player here in the middle for the bottom side. On one of his sides, he's got Leon, pretty aggressive with the ACU. And Swiss Cosmos and Carlos, expect them to play very good in this one. And how should I call this guy? Cyrilopatis Pastis. The column is. We got R2 Roof. So it looks like this bottom side actually some familiar names, except Leon maybe. Of course, with all these Smurfs running around, it's really hard to call. Encroacher here with another UEF player. You can see the terrain doing its thing. Both players shooting at each other, not hitting. Scouts here as well for Leon. It looks like Swiss not very aggressive at all. I'll have to get used to the screen. Maybe do a little more panning. It's old monitor. And we got some scouts here from Archer Roof. Looks like very good scouting. We got Tacitor actually getting this air factor here a little past minute 3. Pretty nice power spam. A lot of rocks on this map scattered all over the place. You want to pick those up, really improve your early eco. I'll speed this up at first. So far not too much. So one thing we'll see, we should look for in this game is early gun upgrades in this. Tech 2 could be very powerful, of course. Another thing that happens often is two players attacking a single player, and Leon is actually maybe in a little bit of danger with Crutcher and the Albitard attacking him at the same time, but he's got scouts. He's got a whole bunch of engineers, so no tanks, so looks like that won't happen. Albitard will have to retreat. A nice push from Carlitos pushing deep into Albitard's base, but he's got some units and factories, should be able to defend. Of course, this does require the ACU for Albitard to retreat. A pretty nice looking force here for Crotture. He is not attacking, although he could make a very good attack at this point. Upgrading ACU. Looks like he's going to get which side is this? I believe this is Tech 2. So if you get some Tech 2 point defense here and just a whole bunch of eco, he'll be in good shape. But here up on top, Tis pushing really hard against Swiss. Looks like Swiss has got the gun and Tech 2, very powerful ACU. But he's got some units running into his base, so that should be interesting. In terms of air, finally some air here from Tacitor. And it looks like the top side actually doing quite well, being very aggressive. Albitard has taken over the middle. Good push from Tis, and looks like in terms of air, more air for the top side. Of course, our tooth or roof actually getting tech to power, so a lot more tech in from the bottom side. And once he gets that tech to air with all these engineers and with the Aeon, maybe tech to Aeon, should be able to take air back, but this could be a little dangerous. This is a nice push from maybe for this setup. I should get the mini map going, since I don't really need all this stuff up at top. And here we are seeing the multiple Tech 2 factory of Tech 2 point defenses for Leon. This is what happens when you don't attack at the right time, and not a very good attack there from Crotcher, actually in a little bit of danger. He does have the gun, but against Tech 2 the gun doesn't really help too much. pushing in the units. These tech to point defenses should get quite a few kills. And now really big air domination from Tacitor. He's got to make that count somehow before Roof takes over. Of course, Carlos here with the gun and Tech 2 on the Cyber and ACU. Albatard with double gun. Swiss Cosmos in huge trouble. Very big trouble. He should die here unless Albatard lets him live. And he let him. No, he didn't let him live. That was a nice overcharge there. Swiss goes out. Probably no giving. So this is the type of game where gives should not be allowed. Such a small game. So Albatard now in a bit of trouble. There is no give. Albatard 13 kills. Carlos can choose to go after him and kill him unless Tis can help out. Carlos with 28 kills. So now it's a 4v3. And everybody getting guns and shooting. Carlos 35 kills. Could be in a little bit of trouble. Albatard moving in. Carlos hitting 40 kills, very timely 40 kills. And now R2 Roof. Oh, this is going to be devastating. The shield and the gun evens it out. 3v3. We got a tech to point defense here of 4. But Carlos gets killed as well, so this becomes a 4v2 very quickly. The R2 Roof with an extremely powerful weapon here. Tech 2 shield and getting bombed there, and the gun. He's trying to rebuild, but he's going to have to take care of this situation first. Trying to get a Tech 2 mask extractor, almost finished it, but likely will lose it. Total air domination by the top side. And here on the bottom, Leon getting a good defense, getting a pretty big air spam, and Tech 2 ground, but not really helping too much yet. Should definitely slow this down. Archer Roof living on his shield here. Running in a straight line against Aeon Artie. That's never a good idea. Will be very difficult to kill him, however. There I seen Tech 2 flak coming out, Tech 2 gunships. But this Tech 2 flak should save Roof. That was an excellent attack from the top side. Just devastated Swiss and Carlos. The two players I thought were going to be the best on this one. So that's a great turn. Excellent turn. Some more Tech 1 point defenses or anti-air for Leon here in the bottom. Leon trying to take over Carlos' base. He's got to do that quickly as possible. Of course, the top side here has a bit of a luxury. They did lose a player as well, but it's a 4v3. Much better pressure from them, but of course for Roof, Tech 2 point defenses, very good eco, a whole bunch of Tech 2 power now with Tech 2 land, Tech 2 air, Tech 3 air. Should be able to take air back. Tech 2 land now coming out for Tis. He's going to try to prevent Roof from taking Swiss old base. And Carlos' old base also has trouble, but can't imagine these already being alive for too long. Nice air force for Leon. And a good push from Crotier with Tech 2 land now with the mobile missile launchers. That should be nice. And more shields for Leon. So both Leon and Roof are going to be very difficult to kill. See, not too much Tech 2 power here on the top side. A lot of bombers. Now finally getting some Tech 2 power. And here Tis, some shields, power problems. This is why I don't like the mini-map. It gets in the way. It's the best place to put it. I'm not really sure. I didn't used to like wide screens, but I think I appreciate them now. Wide screens are nice. R2 Roof getting yet another upgrade, most likely Tech 3. But here, total domination by Tis, and actually very nice Tech 2 engineer here getting some factories, Tech 2 point defenses. Create all kinds of problems. Looks like Leon is able to take over Carlita's old base. And this is a nice Tech on force. Looks like a good move from Crotier. He's not going to attempt to attack this very well defended base. He's going to go around and try to attack this weak point. This is definitely a weak point here. Just some Tech 1 mass extractor. Not too much defense at all. There's some Tech 2 point defense here, and looks like Archer Roof, once he gets that ACU upgrade, you could be thinking about an experimental, but that would be Very difficult move. He's got a lot of tech too. Mask extractors, of course. This is a nice throw of anti-air. Getting tech 3 power. Tech 3 land. So I think the only player with tech 3 land making Harveys now. Harveys are going to make life very difficult. I would like to see some tech 3 already put in this place to put pressure on Roof. And here comes that push from Croature. Texture point defense is being hastily made there, but this is a nice gunship force from Leon. Don't see too much flak together with this force. That is a mistake from the top side. Air coming in, but looks like Tech 3 air from Roof will secure the skies for these gunships. It's a nice flanking maneuver, avoiding all that defense, going directly into Leon's base. Leon trying to get some Tech 2 point defense, Tech 1. He could sustain some damage, losing Carlito's base once again. Nice push from Croature. And here's a chicken that I missed from Tresador, getting Tech 3 anti-air as well. Harvey's in here for defense. Gunships coming in, but this Tech 3 anti-air should rip those gunships up pretty quick. Engineers are the targets, should buy some time, and we're gonna see that get a lot of kills. Tech 3 power, it's a good target, but can't imagine anything good happening here. This shield should move into some defense. It is very good teamwork. Tech 2 anti-air, Tech 3 anti-air. You don't want to fly here for too long. Some Tech 3 land coming in, some Harveys. We're going to see some Harveys and Harveys action. And Restorers from a Roof. Of course, the Restorer is also vulnerable versus this type of anti-air. And the Harveys are going to defend land very well. So this chicken, very big problems for the bottom side. They should be working on something to counter the chicken, because they won't be able to stop it from being produced. Of course, Tech 3 point defense for Leon is one option, or a GC for Roof, but I don't see either one of those happening in the near future. Harvey's expanding, or this is actually Blaze. Very good work here from Tis with a Tech 2 point defense. The chicken is nearly done here at minute 20. I gotta say, this excellent play from the stop side players that haven't really seen too much. Most likely Smurfs or good players. And here's the chicken. It's finished. More Restorers, but no chance. A snipe takes out the Tech 3 power. Tech 2 point defenses for Leon. Chicken together with a shield moving Leon's direction. We don't see there. Here comes a GC, but that looks quite late. And this just might be game over for Leon. It sucks to face chicken in this situation. So you just walk past him. There goes Leon. And Roof is now all alone, trying to get a GC gone. Probably got a nice mass boost at this point, so we can look at this from Roof's point of view. It's inevitable death for him. Does have some Tech 3, some flak, but this chicken moving in his direction. Unless this GC is finished, which it doesn't look like it will be. Halfway done here. Now the chicken is coming in, and Roof realizing it's too late. I gotta say, the bottom side much less aggressive, a little more taken early on, paid the price. Roof came in just a little late, took out one player, but at the end, just too much good work from the top side. Aggressive air, never let him live on a very nice chicken. That is gonna put the game to its end. The shield giving an opportunity for Roof, but here at minute 23, a great victory for the top side, the right side here, and I hope people enjoyed this one.